Hey Vladimir, it's getting a little spicy out there. I hope you got a reliable food checker.
This is a government right now that appears to be preparing to fend off a coup.
This is Not My Party, brought to you by the Bulwark. Last weekend, Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner Group, shocked the world when he betrayed Putin and turned his vicious paramilitary organization away from the Ukrainian battlefield and toward Russia's capital.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
For months, Prigozhin had been railing against the incompetent Russian military leadership.
The defense ministry tried to deceive the public and the president, to tell a story that there was a crazy aggression from the Ukrainian side, and that they were joining with the NATO alliance to attack us.
Most interesting conclusion.
And the final straw was his claim that a Russian rocket struck his own encampment, causing casualties. Though it remains unclear whether that happened as he says, or whether he just used it as a pretext for his already planned mutiny.
Trouble at home?
The world watched with bated breath as Wagner moved through Russia with ease, taking over towns and military outposts before stopping less than 200 miles from the Kremlin.
Jeez, that was a close one.
Before the shit really hit the fan, Prigozhin cut a deal, supposedly brokered by Belarus dictator Alexander Lukashenko, that ended the insurrection and led to his exile in Minsk.
A young girl's strange erotic journey from Milan to Minsk.
So in the end, should we care?
Oh, most definitely.
Here's why. Number one, it's evidence of Putin's weakening position in Russia. As a Russian expert in the Financial Times put it, it turns out you can start a revolt against the president and be forgiven. That means the president isn't that strong.
Yikes.
And if it's clear that Putin is no longer that strong, well, then it's only a matter of time till somebody else comes knocking.
I am the one who knocks.
Two, it also illuminated how much damage the Russian military has suffered from their war of aggression. If your soldiers are so pissed about your incompetence that they about face and begin attacking you instead, and succeed rather easily, then how the fuck do you plan to take on Ukraine with their NATO-backed weapons?
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Think about how broken the troop morale must have been for this to have happened at all.
Not so good.
Three, it makes the country look like it's in shambles on the world stage. This won't impress Xi Jinping or the other countries Russia needs to keep trading with in order to stay afloat. Just imagine what other countries might think when a lunatic stages an insurrection and then gets off scot-free. That only happens in crumbling third world hellholes, right?
I made myself sad.
But speaking of Republicans, the fourth reason this matters is the mayhem in Moscow adds a new level of spice to the already hot feelings about whether we should keep helping Ukraine and to what extent. Trump and DeSantis have both indicated they want us out of the Ukraine funding business. Though DeSantis backed off that a bit when he got blowback from his supporters in the Republican establishment donor and pundit class.
You're not seeing the bigger picture.
But a bunch of Republicans in Congress have remained stalwart and united with Biden to help Ukraine, including Kevin and Mitch. They see the weakening of Russia as both a moral and strategic victory for the U.S. Here's Don Bacon, one of the more sensible House Republicans, making that argument on Meet the Press.
Our actions have helped Ukraine. We have spent roughly 5% of what we budget for our military, and it's depleted roughly half of Russia's army. And I think this has weakened Russia for maybe a decade to come.
Damn good deal.
So yeah, with Vladimir hanging on by a thread, who wins the Republican war of ideas will have a real impact on how much rope he has left. So that's why it's critical we don't let Trump get back in power, so no one's there to bail out Vlad.
This bully's going down.
We'll see you next week for more Not My Party. For more episodes of Not My Party, smash that subscribe button. And scan right here to subscribe on Snapchat, where you can get the episodes first and all the Not My Party content you desire.